No, we're not live. We're not live.
Are we live now?
No, not now. We're still not live.
This is so funny.
No. Ha ha. We're live.
Yay, we're
Hey,
live.
guess what, Sunshine? Guess what? Did you see
What?
Duffy Hellman out there and everybody out there? And Duffy and Kurt and Chad and Pookie and
Hey,
Justin
Chad and Pookie and
Poison Wells.
Poison Wells.
Hey,
Justine.
hey, we got a special guest.
Yep, we should ask everybody if they want to try to guess who our special guest is. It's a surprise.
Why did it's? Why do you?
Anybody want to guess who our special guest is?
Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? It's gonna be okay.
It might be Ert.
No, I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring up the special guest. I gotta bring up the special guest. You ready, Sunshine?
He has no patience.
No
patience.
Oh my God! Why are you doing this to me? All right, look.
Wait, drum roll.
God,
It's Camelia.
it's Camelia. Hi, Camelia.
Camelia. Everybody welcome Camelia to the stream.
Look at that. And we were going to make sure that Camelia didn't fall off the bottom of the earth. And I think she but are we? I think we're all both on the side of the planet, so I think we could fall off just like Camelia. We better be careful.
Well, luckily for gravity and stuff, you know.
How you doing tonight, Camelia?
Oh, I'm doing very well, thanks. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, believe me, we love some Camelia.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on, Camelia.
Yes, and Camelia is a very talented musician. We were just talking about, one of the things that is so. Every artist has their special niche, and Camelia is a super guitar picker.
Oh yeah, I love her guitar playing. We were just talking about that.
So Camelia, what is that guitar you usually play on with the silver front? What is that?
Yeah, I love the way that one. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's a dobro or a resonator.
Resonator, yeah.
I had a
beautiful guitar.
I had a resonator once, but it was on a bong. I was young.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, David. I think I said hello to Kurt. I think Duffy. Who else? Shelly. Hey, Shelly.
And it is Bandcamp Friday, so everybody make sure y'all get out there and get your Bandcamp stuff. Are you on Bandcamp yet, Camelia?
No, I'm not. I really don't understand any of that.
Well, it's where you drop your songs, and people can go hear them on the internet, and they can pay to download them, and they can play them in their car or wherever. And I think I don't even know, because like I listen to my music right off the page anyways.
Yeah, but it's just for independent music artists if they want to try to sell some of their music. They can sell it for $1 or $5 or whatever they want to price it for. And today, only on the first Friday of the month, for anybody that doesn't know, the artist gets all the proceeds when you purchase their albums today or their songs today.
Well, and I like. It's not always with some people it's about the money and stuff. I just like getting my music out there, so you could more people hear your music there, Camelia, and they're going to be like, "Yay, Camelia!"
Just more ways to hear.
And
I'll have to look into it.
Well, and one of the things is it makes you say what record label you're with, and we know what. Yeah, and Camelia is with Dead Tone Records, so
she's still waiting for that plaque.
What?
You knew I had to go there.
I check my mail every day.
I am too. I'm still waiting for my plaque. Sunshine Archer signed up with Dead Tone Records too.
Yeah, I was going to get y'all one, but what was it? YouTube demonetized me and knocked my store off right before I was going to get y'all one.
Ali Gratia. Right before.
Yeah, right before. I mean, I was ready. I mean, I had my finger on the button. Send Camellia and Sunshine Archer a plaque, and they were like, "You're demonetized. You got no store." I was like, "Oh, believe me, I need to do something different because we bought a lot of stuff from the store, and I don't know, man."
Camellia, you were talking about my song a minute ago that you liked, and I wanted to tell you that my favorite song of yours, which I love lots of your songs, but this particular one, the one that's called, I think it's called The Trench.
Yeah, Not in Their Trench.
Not in the trench, not in their trench. That's my favorite song of yours. I really like that one a lot.
No, that's not my favorite one.
I know. Are you going to be a narcissist to say the one that you're in?
No. God.
The one that she did with us?
The one that goes, dog days, dog nights. I don't know any of these songs. Do, 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 do. You know that one? What is that one, Camellia? The one that goes, dog days, dog nights.
It's called Dog Days, but it goes nothing like that.
She's like, I don't know which song you're talking about. That's okay, Camellia. He does that to me all the time. He'll be like, that one song, and he'll start singing it, and I'll be like, I have no clue what you're saying. Because it doesn't sound like that.
I nailed that. Yeah. I tell you, it's always kind of weird because I was telling Camellia, she looks out her window and sees kangaroos. Okay, I told her
she sees all kinds of things that we don't see.
But like over here, I have to go to the zoo, and I'll be like, "Hey, look, there's a kangaroo," and it goes ruff ruff, and I'm like, "Hey." Why they got that dog like hopping around and stuff, Oh,
yeah. There's lots of dangerous animals I hear in Australia.
Yeah.
I've never been to Australia, but I just hear there's a lot of animals there that won't try to kill you.
Are you
it's just the snakes and the spiders? Everything else is all right.
Are you close to the ocean?
Well, yes. I'm about 1 kilometer from the coast.
Oh, I have a question then.
No. I was first.
Snakes here.
Wait, I have a question. If you're close to the coast, is that where the fairy penguins are?
They're up in Perth.
In Perth.
I'm 200 k's south of Perth.
Man, fairy penguins are so cool. Little miniature penguins that live there.
Yeah, but you know what's in Australia in the ocean is like great white sharks. Have you seen those, Camellia?
No, I really don't go in the ocean much. It's too much seaweed. I don't like seaweed.
Yeah. I like to just keep my weed straight.
But I did come across a blue-ringed octopus one time on the beach.
Oh shit!
Really?
They are so pretty.
I bet.
But they're very poisonous.
Yes, they're only tiny. But yeah, he was so pretty. But he just died, I think, because he'd been washed up on the beach. So I just buried him.
Wow.
Do you remember that little tiny? I don't know if it was like octopus or jellyfish or something. Remember that thing that was stuck to my line that one time, pole vault? We were down at Port Aransas.
Yeah, as a little box jellyfish.
And it like bumped into me and stung me.
Yeah, it tasted spicy.
And I caught that, was it a rockfish that was poisonous, and was it a sheep's head?
Well,
was it a sheep's head fish that had the teeth?
But y'all got like so have you seen a koala bear down there, Camellia?
Well, they're not native to Western Australia. They're only over east. So I've only seen them in koala parks or things like that.
Oh, I would
'Cause
like.
they only eat like a variety of gum tree leaves, and we don't have them gum trees here in Western Australia.
That's because they like to party. I hear they stay drunk all the time off the leaves, and I mean, but they got little heads that look like they would be cool to pet. And I know they're probably mean, but that's okay.
Yeah, I've heard they could be mean.
Yeah, they've got big claws.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
I wonder if they're mean or if just they have sharp claws and like when they go to hug you, they stab you on accident.
They're wasted.
Kind of like Edward Scissorhands, like they're trying to be nice, but they're just stabbing you.
Okay, we getting all this out of our system. All the questions you wanted to ask Camelia all at once.
So you're gonna make her never want to come back.
No. What about platypus? Have y'all got platypus where you're at?
You actually only get platypus in Tasmania.
Oh, is that Australia?
No, I think that's off the coast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little island south of Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was there for a little while. It's beautiful.
You've been there before?
Yeah, I lived there for a couple of months.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
But I didn't see any platypus.
Yeah. So I guess it wouldn't be cool to have like a platypus omelet or anything like that, right?
Platypus pie?
Yeah, no omelet, like with the eggs.
Yeah, no.
That trips me out that they lay eggs. That's
yes, so do echidnas.
Did you just call me a name, Camelia?
Echidna, a little spiny anteater we have. He is also a monotone.
Oh yeah, seen those.
So they eggs as little mammal egg-laying critter.
One time, me and Sunshine got a hedgehog, and we thought it was going to be cute and cuddly. They're not.
They're very stabby.
Yeah, they're stabby.
Stabby.
It's like I want to give
you.
I
want to hug it. It hurts.
Yeah, I want to give you a hug, hedgehog, and then all of a sudden it's like, ding. I'm like,
it's not his fault that he's got spikes all over his body. Kind of like the koala. They got the big giant stabby hands.
But see, the thing is I think it was the koala's choice to have a pinchy nose. Okay. Because his nose come on, the nose is the koala. But Camelia killed 2 snakes that would like poison us the other day. I'm like, what?
I'm glad she didn't get bit by them.
I run from them.
Good thing.
Here in Texas, we have a non-venomous snake that we call a blue racer, Camelia, and if you try to pick it up, it will run from you, and it's scared and it tries to stay away from you. But if you run from it, the reason why they call them blue racers is if you run from it, it will actually chase you.
That's really funny.
Yeah. And we got horned toads here that's kind of like your bearded dragons. We used to have a lot of bearded dragons.
Yeah. I love lizards.
Yeah. Oh, that one in your flower bed, just we've had lizards for pets all through the years because we got kids and stuff. But that one in your flower bed that one time was crazy. What was that one?
Bobtail.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an Argentine tegu lizard we used to have as a pet.
Yeah.
That was probably the craziest animal we've ever had as a pet.
Yeah, we have they're called a king skink. They're quite large, and we have 2 of them living under a couch I've got in the side shed, and they're just starting to come out again now because it's getting warmer.
Mm-hmm.
So there's mates there that live under there.
Wow. Wow, Australia, you crazy. uh, let's see. Wait.
Hey, Urban.
Okay, next up, I hate to go to the typical. Do you eat
Oh, there's
Vegemite?
JW Big Tex.
God, I'm going to come in there and get you, sunshine. I'm going to do it. Uh, do you eat? Have you ever eaten a Vegemite sandwich, Camellia?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I eat Vegemite toast most mornings.
Wow, wow. You you know that's because you come from a land down under. But I'm sure we do a lot of crazy things that you're like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing that. Uh, so yeah.
There's Emperism.
What I had chicken strips and they almost killed me. They did they have like killer chicken strips there, Camellia?
Well, I cook every evening. We very rarely get takeout.
Yes.
And I'm 20 kilometres from town, so
Oh,
you
that
know
sounds nice.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That sounds
we don't go out much.
That sounds really nice.
so. How many guitars do you have, Camellia? I noticed that I see them all on the back wall there.
I have 4 guitars. I've got the Dobro resonator,
Hmm.
my nylon string, which is the one I play most of the time, and I've got an electric and a bass, but I very rarely pick them up. And I've got a banjo and a mandolin and a violin.
We almost got a mandolin the other day
We're bidding on one right now.
at an estate. On the auction.
Yeah.
We've seen them at estate sales, but they were so high.
Well, it seems like on mandolins, they're either really cheap and they're
Or
like
really
trendy,
expensive.
or they're just through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
like all instruments.
do you play the mandolin much?
No, well, I was actually teaching myself banjo, and I was
Right.
picking up a few things on that. But yeah, it got broken at a party.
We almost got a banjo. How high did that go up to?
We stopped at 100 and it went to 110. It was really old. And, you know, a lot of instruments, I like to get older instruments. They just, even if you, I've noticed that even if you get a cheap brand of old instrument, it may be better than the higher brands now. I mean, they just made stuff a little better. So
Yeah, and it's been worn in,
yeah.
you know.
Right.
Do you think the wood gets harder? Or
Hey,
I guess that's a loaded question. The wood gets harder. Sunshine. Stop it. No, I actually had this theory that the wood actually gets harder and seasoned as it gets older and older and older and makes a better sound because the wood is actually kind of getting in. And I do like what you're saying, like it's grooved in, you know. And no, I was going to do Bandcamp Friday. I'm going to do. Hey, everybody, go to Bandcamp. I got Camellia on here. I'm so happy.
You know what we should do is we
What?
should kind of do some music and then come back and talk to Camellia and do some music and come back and talk to Camellia because we don't even know how long she's planning on staying. So
Okay.
you bombard her with too many questions, she might be like, I'm over this.
But I'm so happy to have Camellia on the show.
I am too.
Yay. You know what? I'm gonna. Yeah. Hey,
I was trying to see who else came in.
I've never been. Did you know I've never been to Australia, Sunshine?
I've never been to Australia either.
But I've been around the world so many times, and
True, you have traveled more for business and everything.
they just don't want me there. They're like, no. They have a pole vault band.
They let you in if you bring plaques.
All right, I'm going to present this. Oh, look at me! I'm doing stuff. It's always so complicated and stuff. I'm just always doing complicated. This is Sunshine's favorite Camellia song.
Yay!
Yay! Go play it.
Okay, I'm gonna mute up.
You mute up.
How could we know? How could we know? There's no rehearsal for this show. They throw you in and yell, let's go. I've been running ever since. I climbed their walls, I jumped their fence. I'll fight no wars from their trench. What did they say? What did they say? Their gods and their laws are the only way. They do bad things, then they pray. I'll keep moving till they make sense. I'll climb their walls, jump their fence. I'll fight no wars from their trench. What did they do? What did they do? They keep on squeezing till you're not you. They tie you down so you can't move. I'll keep moving till they make sense. I'll climb their walls, jump their fence. I'll fight no wars from their trench. I'll keep moving till they make sense. I'll climb their walls, jump their fence. I'll fight no wars from their trench.
Yay!
You see that? You see that, Sunshine? Did you see how she was using her thumb, her pointing finger, and the other finger?
Yeah, I've been practicing trying to get better at picking, but not quite there yet. I can do it a little bit, but I'm not that good.
Well, I mean, you know, and it's just I sit there and I watch it and I'm like, okay, she's going on this string with her thumb. Now she's going on that string with her thumb. Now she's going on that string with this finger. Now she's going on that string, that finger, and then she's singing. I mean, here's what would be going through my mind: the second string, thumb, this string, that finger, that string, this finger, that string, this finger, and that's
like walking and chewing bubble gum and rubbing your
there's
belly.
There's no way I could speak. I can't do it. And she's just like, doo, 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 doo. How you do that, Camellia? You play the guitar and sing at the same time without thinking about what you're playing.
Well, you just have to know the song really well. And my guitar playing is not exceptional. It's very, very simple. So you just get into your rhythm, and then once you've got it down, then you start singing along.
So that she's saying, so you don't have to think about what you're doing as much with your hands once you've done it so many times. That way you can focus on your singing more, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's kind of what I was doing with my song recently, even though I'm still struggling to make everything smooth.
I don't think I could do that.
You can. It just takes a lot of repetition, a lot of practice.
Look, I can't do. I've been playing Smoke on the Water for years. I don't think I can do that still. Let's see.
If you practice just that one song over and over again, like playing it, that way you don't have to think about what you're doing with your hands.
You know,
Then you could focus more on the words.
Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. Yeah, I can't do it. And I think I've
muscle memory, just like Intricate said.
Well, I don't even have regular memory, so it's like
you could do it if you just practice. You could do it. I got faith in you.
I've played this song a million times, and as soon as I start to think about singing, I stop. You know. Did you see the falling bomb? Did you see the frightened ones? Did you ever wonder why we have no thunder under the blue skies? Yeah. No, as soon as I start singing, it's all gone. I could probably I think I could probably play triangle and sing. Or maybe look, you know what this is?
Hey, my googly eyes. Paul Walt stole my googly eyes. Now he's like they're his instrument.
So Camellia, we just grab random things and
speaking of stuff that I have to clear up. Paul Walt is claiming that the white rose bush is his, and I purchased it at a estate sale for $1. And he's like, "It's my rose bush" on his shorts. Yeah. So both of those rose bushes were mine. Thank you very much. I had to clear that up. It was driving me crazy.
And you don't no, you were killing it.
I was not killing it.
Killing it. It was
when I bought it. It was like nearly completely dead.
And you were.
They were like they were going to throw it in the trash.
And you were the nails in the coffin.
No, and I said it just needs some love. TLC.
Why are you doing this while Camelia's on? Why?
Because you were saying this is my rose bush and all this stuff, and I'm like, that is not a rose bush.
It is my rose bush.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. So what do you grow in your garden? I noticed that you have a flower bed. What are you growing down there, Camellia?
Mostly I grow medicinal herbs.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Cool. That is
nice.
Mine.
Nice.
See, sunshine.
What?
I think the best thing that we ever grew in our house, besides tomatoes. Tomatoes are always the best. When we grow tomatoes and peppers together, they kind of season each other. But the dill, because we go here to Walmart and they got these pickles that are not bad or good, but they're very inexpensive. But if you take a sprig of the dill that Sunshine's grown and you put it in the jar, all of a sudden the pickles are taste like these really expensive pickles. So when you say you're growing medicinal herbs, is that marijuana, Camellia?
No.
What would be like an example of like one of the ones you grow? Take notes.
I grow comfrey, aloe vera, mugwort. Yeah, lots of things. I've probably got about 30 nasturtiums.
Wow.
Probably got about 30, which I do use occasionally when I need them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, aloe vera for anybody out there, and me and Sunshine totally agree with Camellia on this. Everybody needs to have a aloe vera plant. If I've gotten sunburns before and tried to put everything on it, and you just break a sprig of the one of the things of aloe vera off and put it on a sunburn, gone. And it's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I burnt my finger the other week. I've got a huge blister on it, and I just put aloe vera on it, and it just sorts it out pretty quickly.
Wow.
There's dragon sail puppets.
Wow. Hey, Sunshine, why aren't you growing some medicinal herbs?
I do. I do that all the time. The only thing is this particular year, the person that I've been taking care of,
okay,
they basically everything I'm growing is at their house.
We're not talking about poison ivy.
I'm not talking about poison ivy either.
Do y'all have poison ivy in Australia, Camellia?
No, we don't.
Oh my goodness. Poison ivy is something that grows here in the States, I guess. And if you just rub against it, you get all these bumps all over you. It's bad.
Yeah, no, our forest down south here is pretty nice. We don't have a lot of horrible plants.
Just king cobras and stuff.
Yeah, no king cobras, just the tigers.
Tigers.
Tiger snakes.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just say, oh my God, tigers. Now I know those brown snakes are pretty rough. Do y'all ever get those around there?
We get the dugite here, which is a little smaller, but he's actually like a cousin to the brown snake. Brown snake you get over east. So down here we just get the dugites and the tiger snakes. They're our two venomous snakes, and they're both quite nasty.
Yeah. Here we got one called a copperhead because we always come up with really crazy names like copperhead and cottonmouth. And the cottonmouth snakes are really not that aggressive here in Texas, but these snakes we got called copperheads are vipers, and I mean they will come at you. They will. I mean, a lot of people are like, well, if you just leave them alone, they won't do anything. No.
Well, the problem is with those is you can accidentally step on them,
Yeah, but don't you remember the one I caught and put into that Gatorade bottle? It was chasing me.
Well, yeah, it was. Yeah, well, we almost stepped on that. We were walking through the woods.
Yeah, but the reason we almost stepped on it is because he was chasing us.
But he was like right in the middle of the walkway. I mean, we probably scared him. So.
Camellia,
we walked out here at night time after a really hot day, and there's been like a dugite just on the concrete on the back veranda. And yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some trails and they were concrete, and he was sunning, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't think he was sunning. He was about sun shining. So what I did, Camellia, is I caught him and I put him in a Gatorade bottle, and I took him to the Parks and Wildlife, and then they took him and they put him in a display at Texas Parks and Wildlife.
All right. It's illegal here to kill snakes,
Wow. Oh,
which is silly.
We're not talking about the lawnmower incident anymore, right?
No, no, that was an accident.
Right.
Well, and we've done it here. Me and Sunshine actually. This is going to sound crazy because we do crazy stuff, but we actually have snakes all in our yard, and
But they're not poisonous.
they're not poisonous, no, and they're good for the garden. And these specific,
Oh yeah.
these specific little bitty tiny snakes, they eat like tons of bugs, and
Yeah, I've
Are
got
they
shorts of
garden snakes or garter
playing
snakes
with
or something?
oh yeah, no, the garter snakes, Camellia, we have those, and they're assholes.
No, they're not.
Yeah, but
He says they are. They're not.
they bite you.
They don't bite hard.
Yeah,
They're little. They don't hurt anything.
but I pick them up because they're not venomous, but they bite you. There's Michael Songs, and they will bite
Michael
you and
Songs.
just draw blood. And I move them out of the way so we don't hit them with the lawnmower, but they don't thank me very well. And we have a lot of anoles, like those color changing
Little
lizards.
garden lizard. I call them garden lizards.
Garden lizards.
They're everywhere. They're just all over the place.
Well,
What are they, like a chameleon?
yes.
Yeah.
And we brought them from our farm, and there wasn't any here, and we brought like 5 of them to our house and let them go in the bushes. And that was what, 20 years ago, Sunshine? And now they're just like
Like
everywhere.
30 probably.
Yeah, well, yeah, more like 38. But I'm not 30 years old. I don't know what you're talking about.
We moved here in '96.
No, I was born in '96. I'm a spring chicken. So, Camellia, have you ever had a chicken get out and you couldn't catch it?
My chickens roam free. They just get locked up overnight, and I let them out in the morning, and they come back at night time, and I tuck them away. We don't have a problem with hawks taking chickens here.
Yeah.
We just foxes.
Well, I have a chicken, and I grew up on a farm, and I would like to say I'm a good chicken catcher. And
Our next door neighbor said the same thing. That he
Yeah.
grew up on a farm and he was a good chicken catcher too.
and the chicken that Sunshine calls hedge chicken,
Salty Sally.
I got a big net, and I still cannot catch that chicken.
Well, see, I have a plan.
Is she a leghorn?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I've read that they're really hard to catch.
It runs like lightning, and like people, like our neighbors are tired of. Everybody's tired of it, and it wants to live in the bushes.
Well, and it zigzags when you're trying to catch her. She zigzags through the bushes from one side to the other. So you can't, as you know, we can't go into the bushes. So my plan is, okay, so I go to this place called Taco Bueno. They have these big giant boxes, these whole lot of boxes when you get like the meal. So I started saving the big giant cardboard boxes. So what I'm going to do, my plan is I'm going to line the front of the hedges with those boxes because it's like a wall. And so I'm going to see if I can make it go all the way around somehow to where she can't run through the hedges to stop her. And then that way we can net her and take her to the backyard.
You could just make a bird trap, a simple bird trap.
Yeah.
Well, we actually have a live trap, but I think pretty sure it's at our farm,
Well,
which is like an hour away.
Or just a small box with the top flap still on, and you dig a hole and put the box in the hole, sprinkle a bit of sand over the flaps, closed, and put some food on it, and she'll drop in.
there you go. Look at that. And
There
see,
you go.
the thing is, Camellia, do you have any neighbors where you live? Because I know you live like out away.
This neighbour is probably nearly a K away, nearly a kilometre away.
Okay.
So no, she doesn't.
Right. Well, what would you think if you looked out and you saw people putting pizza boxes in the hedges?
I wouldn't leave them there. It would just be that one, like, it'd be for like just a short period of time until we caught the chicken that day.
Do you know how crazy we look? Our neighbors are probably even watching this right now. They're probably like,
pizza boxes are better to look at than butt cracks.
I think they would appreciate the fact that I was trying to catch the chicken. They wouldn't be sitting there telling me I was weird for doing the boxes.
Yeah.
They'd be like, thank God she's trying to catch that chicken.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know what? You might could catch it at night if you knew where it was sleeping.
I was gonna say, if we knew where it was, that's not always here. She likes that's the problem. Is she likes to take adventures, and like next thing you know, she'll be in my neighbor's hedges across the street, or our neighbors next to us over there. She ventures around and
yeah, that's nice.
Comes back.
We could use the polar bear trap on him. You know what that is?
What's that?
You saw a hole in the ice, and then you sprinkle little peas around it, and then when the chicken bends over to eat the peas, you kick it right in the ice hole. Yeah, take that, chicken. You know what? We played Sunshine. There it is.
What?
I was looking at my favorite song because we played your favorite song. Why do you always get to hear your favorite song?
Well, you were the one that played it.
What? No, this is look, and everybody that heard this, I was singing this just exactly like this. I was singing it just like, I was singing it just like this. Okay, this is
muting up.
Okay, this Dog Days. God. When she mutes, it just sounds so much better. God, oh my God.
I'm running down the road, feet are wet and my hands are cold, trying to find a soft place to go down. You dig me in and out, made a twist but I would not shout. Your dead streets go round and round. I'm blind but I could not see. You never let me be. You tug me like you goddamn hound.
I so dig that.
Yay!
See, I sung it just like that. I sung it just like that, Camellia. Is like
not really.
maybe it's not that it's a oh no, it's because I got the wrong one. It's because I got the wrong one. It's not Dog Days, it's Crazy Days. See, now does it make better sense now, Camellia?
Yeah, yes.
She's nice. She's like, you're a wackadoo.
Now I can put the right words in. Crazy day, crazy nights. Is that crazy stuff?
Not really.
No, that but you know, it's
Hey, Samantha.
I found out something from Chris Lane the other day, Camellia. I never knew. But so he told me that guitars that don't have truss rods in them have nylon strings.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they had trust issues.
Yes, yeah, the old The old nylon strings don't have truss rods. They didn't really need them.
So if you had to work on the neck on a guitar that didn't have a truss rod, would you like steam it and flatten it or something?
I have no idea. I've never worked on a guitar. So my old one I play most of the time. That does need a bit of work.
I got some real fancy pants ones around here.
55, 60 years old.
I got one from '67 that is an Italian guitar, and I bought it and it was really nice, and I was like, okay. I cleaned it up and waxed it up, and I put it back in the case and never played it again.
Yeah, that's a pity.
Oh, it's very pretty, and that's the thing. If you've ever seen the way I do guitars, I don't want to expose that guitar to cobalt stuff. Because I tend to bang stuff.
That's the one that I was looking at before I picked the Fender, right?
No, I didn't let you close to it.
No, I did.
I may have showed it to you, but
no, you didn't want me to mess with it, and I said that I wanted to play it and see what it sounded like, and I picked the Fender because the Fender sounded better.
Yeah, because see, when my banjo, someone got a bit drunky and stumbled into it, but it's totally split the neck.
Oh no!
It's still one piece, but there's bigger splits up it, and I just have no idea how to fix that.
Well, I'll tell you this right now: a bunch of rock stars actually buy guitars that have had their necks fixed. Like Kurt Hammett from Metallica actually buys Gibson Les Pauls that have been repaired, because after they get repaired, Camellia, sometimes they're actually stronger.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And I never understood that saying. I always believed what doesn't kill you brings you closer to death. Because I mean, if I got hit by a car, that did not make me stronger. So do you have an electric guitar, Camellia?
Yes, I do. It's just a cheap little chord.
Right.
But I can't get my amps kind of clear, and I don't pick it up enough to really worry too much about that.
Yeah. I was very heavy when I first came into this community, and you can tell by some of my music, I've actually kind of gotten more acoustic. But I will tell you one thing, and I'm probably going to have people throw rocks at me. Name on the guitar doesn't always make the guitar.
No.
I have a Gibson Camellia, and I mean that thing. We never pull it out. It just isn't right. A Gibson acoustic, and maybe I need to work on the setup or something on it. But just it. And I don't really pull out the Les Pauls very much because they're kind of heavy. So have you ever like played like some burnings like solo, beer on your guitar?
No, I don't really play like that.
You're like, no, Paul, I don't play shit like that. It's always crazy. I noticed that you can take just about any guitar on the electric end, and if you set it up good, it can be a good guitar. I've actually seen guitars out there right now that I think they're called Loogs, Loogs, maybe, and they have 3 strings. And they're for people that are beginning.
That's different. I do really like them. them Japanese guitars. I can't remember right now the name, but they've only got 2 strings, and geez, they can get some really nice sounds out of it.
I got one over here. I got one. Yeah, it's a little long, isn't it? Is it really long?
Yes, it's got quite a long neck.
Yeah, I got one. I really have got too many guitars, Camellia. Can you play a ukulele?
No, I'd love one. I would love one.
Wish I was close. I'd give you about 3.
Yeah, I'd love a ukulele.
I mean, you can see.
Pole vault loves it when I play my ukulele.
Well, I mean, I got ukuleles here that
I got one right there.
Okay. We see your ukulele, but you can see it has the price tag on it. I don't think here. I just played it, and the thing is, Camellia, is I hear they play different. Because I mean, let's see. When I get to the top, I go for a ride. When I get to the bottom, I kneel again. Help, shelter. They
Probably very out of tune.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I have to tune mine like every single time I go to play it. I don't know. It won't stay in tune for very long.
Your guitar?
My guitar is not too bad about that, but the ukulele is. It's
the finger stays in tune pretty good. Check this out, Camellia. This is a project of mine, and it is a banjo ukulele. I've got to, and it's like really, really old, but I've got to get this back together. But
that's a banjo mandolin.
Yeah, or something like that. It has it's supposed to have 4 strings on it, and I don't know. A bunch of people are like telling me I should go original on it, but I'm thinking about putting Grover tuners on it, like like really cool tuners, so it can like go wah 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 wah. I don't know. I've never seen an electric banjo.
It's got a good electric mandolin.
You seen an electric mandolin?
I've got one.
Oh, you got one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so you can play "Losing My Religion." Where is that song has mandolin in it? Did you know that, Sunshine?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like what is that? I was thinking about getting a banjo. Michael Songs plays the banjo.
I love banjo music.
Everybody wants me to play Perfect Drug on ukulele. Okay. You are the perfect drug, the perfect drug, the perfect drug. You are the perfect drug, the perfect drug, the perfect drug. I got my head on, but my head is on top of me. Got my head, but I'm gonna be on top of me. You are the perfect drug, the perfect drug. So there you go. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. I'm glad everybody enjoyed that. What do you think about that, Sunshine?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hello, Lammy.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't. It's been a while since I've heard that song. Dun, 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 dun.
Did you see that that DJ Big Red gave us a shout out today?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I've been
I
dealing
thought
with
that was very nice.
you know, pole vault is actually in daytime. I change into like Clark Kent, and I had to deal with legal matters and lawyers and all that at work. Can you believe that I do that kind of stuff? Wow.
Yeah, I wear a different hat at work too.
I mean, Camelia, wouldn't you want me representing you in a case?
No.
Look, she didn't do it in junk. Innocent. And they're like, take her away.
Hey, where's my gavel? Speaking of that.
No.
Did you steal my gavel?
No. You know what, Sunshine?
What?
Now,
Chicken butt?
now, I'm going. I don't know why I did that up there. And you can see, I've actually been listening to. What do you think about that? Are you a little creeped out, Camelia, that I watch your song sometimes? And
Did you watch my new one? I just released one today.
ooh, we're gonna say that. You get a new song, and you're gonna say it. Becky, okay, here we go.
Crazy days, where's your song? Listening and bring it along. Now, alright. How many times did you sing the blues? You know it's cool, it's so cool. Take it in, got blues, alright. Crazy Jane, you know she ain't the same. She goes against her flow. Let it go, alright. Take a breath, look around, breathe it in and toss it around. It's alright. Crazy days, where's your song? Listening and bring it along right now, alright.
You see that? You see that?
Yay!
And that's the thing. She was using all her fingers on that one. It was like leedle, 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 leedle. And I can't do that, Sunshine.
I still say you need to get one of those applause.
We
things.
do need to get one of those.
So instead of me going yay, it actually sounds like people are like yeah, woo, because everybody in chat's doing that. Just yeah.
So Camelia, it's like 10, 11 o'clock there, right?
Yes, it's 11 a.m.
Okay.
So it's in the morning for you.
So
Yes.
so
Saturday morning.
if you could have anything for lunch, what would you have for lunch?
Probably a salad.
Salad.
Yes.
You just said pole vault's kryptonite.
I can't eat a salad.
He hates vegetables.
What? I don't hate vegetables. I just hate salad. No, I don't hate vegetables. I eat
He calls
tomatoes.
it rabbit food.
No, I eat tomatoes and stuff.
When do you eat tomatoes? On a chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
I tried to grow a couple of potato plants this year,
Yeah.
just because I've not grown them before. Ate them down to the ground.
It's okay.
You know, I did that last year.
All I sold was one little potato the size of a button.
Yeah, I was going to say the ones that I grew were, for the first time, they were real small. It was kind of weird how they were so small.
But here's the thing, Camellia. She forgot about them.
I did not forget.
Stop.
Hold on. He just.
No, but what I'm going to say is
stuff up.
Oh God, please. Oh God. Oh my God.
I think that's really, really
First, you tell everybody that that's your rose bush. Now you're saying I forgot about my potatoes. I just.
Are you done? I'm in my special.
Go ahead, finish with your made-up story.
Okay. You'll be like, oh yeah, that happened. So Camellia, when you get the potatoes, like a couple will get away from you, and if you in like a year or two later, you'll notice that stuff is sprouting up from the ground, and potatoes just keep spreading and spreading and spreading out. And I think the secret to really getting big potatoes may be letting them go more than a year. See, sunshine?
They're called chits.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
When they chit, it's C. Let me be clear. CHIT. So whenever they have the little fingers grow out of the potatoes, that's called a chit.
Well, ain't that some?
And when you plant them, how you do it is you cut the potato where the chit is, like underneath it, so that it's chits up. And you let the end dry, and then you stick them in the dirt and cover them. You just barely cover them a couple inches in the dirt.
Well, you remember the ones that you let grow over to the right of the house that you were growing in that container, and you forgot about them, and they, oh my God, and they grew really big, and we dumped them out because we were going to use the container for something else, and they were all like, I think the thing about potatoes is just a lot of patience. But
I know somebody that's planted a sweet potato vine. If anybody likes real pretty vines, they make really pretty sweet potatoes make really pretty vines. Even if you don't eat the sweet potato, and they keep kind of growing and growing like regular potatoes.
Yeah, see, I have to grow everything in pots, or Ert just eats everything. There's only a handful of herbs that he won't eat. Like he even eats my geraniums.
But
yeah, I use real
it.
big containers for my potatoes because it makes it easier to retrieve them than trying to dig in the dirt for them.
So, does Ert ever have do you ever get to like give Ert big hugs?
Oh, everyone else pats him when he's in a good mood. I don't, because he scares me a little bit.
Is there a way to know if Ert is in a good mood or not?
Well, he's always hanging around the veranda here, so you can walk up to him and give him a little pat on the head. And then once he drops his head, and and takes a couple of steps back, you can run.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you know to run. That's what you said.
Yeah. So I've been around billy goats before, and billy goats do the same thing. If they drop their head, I've always noticed it's best to go with them.
Yeah.
Like when they put their head down and they start backing up, it's good to go with them as they're backing up, because they're trying to get up enough speed to really give you a good one.
So
put your hand on their head and just hold that down.
Yeah.
So would it be helpful if you had like a shield or a trash can lid, something to hold?
No,
so
that would not be any good.
Yeah, when I let the chickens out, I have to carry a broom with me, and I throw him a couple of pieces of bread, so he runs over there, and I just keep my little broom with a shield, because I don't always feel like being knocked over.
Well, I was going to say, so if you had a shield and so he did like charge at you and hit you, would it knock you down?
Yes.
Yeah, she has knocked me down.
That's science and stuff there, Sunshine. I could
But
see
what
you.
I want to get for him, what I'd really like to get from him is, I've seen him on YouTube, you know, just them big balls, big rubber balls that you hang up,
Yeah.
and he can just butt that as much as he likes, get that aggression out of his system.
Do y'all ever share Earth?
Yeah, we're going to get him Sean soon. It's just starting to warm up, so we'll get that done.
I
But
bet.
last time we got them Sean, I had the both of them, Bernie and Ert, and they went freaking crazy, man.
I
They
bet.
just lost their crap.
I bet he looks crazy with no hair.
Yeah, he does. He looks stupid.
He's like Hercules. What was that? Hercules? No, that was who was that? Becky that had the Samson. Is the Samson?
Yeah.
Cut his hair. And you know what, Sunshine?
What?
I see that Camellia dropped a new one today. What she was talking about, and I'm like, why did Sunshine not tell me that? Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I was testing you.
But it's been a crazy day.
Well, plus, like we were telling Camelia, when we, right before the show, we basically just fly in from work and try to change clothes real quick, and
I'm so
have a lot of time.
I'm so happy to have Camellia on the show. I get to ask her all these questions. So, Camellia, how do you remember all the words to the songs?
Well, when I'm writing a song, like, because I've only got my phone, so I'll just come up with a little tune. So I'll just keep doing that until you wait till lyrics come. And then, like, you just get the first line or something, and then you just work on it. And then, like, you've got to keep recording yourself doing it so you can go back and listen and see, like, how crap it is.
Well,
and they just stay.
I can't remember my phone number. How long have I had my phone number, Sunshine?
Well, you just have to repetition. You just have to keep doing it.
I mean, I just showed you I couldn't play Smoke on the Water. I don't remember.
Because you haven't done it enough times.
No. You know what it is? It's a government conspiracy. They got me. I can't remember anything, Camellia.
And like, I think, especially if like you write your own song, your own lyrics, they've come from you, so they're a part of you. So it's kind of easier to remember them.
Well, I was trying to karaoke to one of my own songs today, and I didn't know the lyrics to it. I was like, I need to make a lyric. And this may sound strange, Camellia, but and Sunshine's seen me do it a lot. But I actually will sit down and make a track, and then I make a track over that track, and another track over that track, and it builds up. And then after I get the music set, I just play it and sing whatever comes to my mind, and then edit it and post it.
Yeah, so you do that really well. I'm no good at that side of things. I need, even though my music's really simple, it needs to be very structured.
Well, and that's,
I'm no good at ad-libbing or freestyling,
But I tell you what, I was making a song the other day, and I've been accused of this. Sometimes I put too many spices on the steak, sometimes I need to quit putting stuff in. And I think
Keep it more simple.
Yeah, well, the thing is Camellia, when I put in like all the extra tracks, it helps cover up my shitty playing. And
you don't play shitty.
Oh no, I do. But the thing is I'll explain it this way. You know how Camellia is playing with like all her fingers and playing the picking part? Well, I'll play a simple part, and then I'll play another simple part over that part, and Camellia could probably look at it and just play the whole damn thing at once.
Right.
And Michael,
that's why I've been practicing, trying to, because I would like to be as good as her on these days.
Get out of here.
It may take me a long time though, because
I-
I've been doing it for a lot longer than me.
Yeah, we need to get some tomatoes so I can throw it at you. I mean, I can tell you, I've seen a lot of people play, and Camellia is very, she doesn't. What is that when you don't think like you're the queen of picking? I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you right now, as from someone who's watched a lot of people play, as soon as you see Camellia play, you know she knows her shit and been knowing her shit for a while. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm sitting there watching her play, and look, this is Povop trying to play that Crazy Day song. Okay, am I doing it? Am I doing it?
Yeah, that's great.
I just love the shit out of you. And I'll tell you what, it's so great to get to talk to Camellia because we talk to her in the chat all the time, and and uh, and this is where you're going to go off to superstardom. This is Camelia's going to be playing in like what is that place in Australia that has the shell?
Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing. But all you guys, most of the people in the community have played live, have played with bands. I have never played live. But there's like, besides my YouTube channel now, there's like 3 people that have heard me sing. I've never been to karaoke. I've never done karaoke. I've never played live. So I could not stand on a stage and sing in front of people.
Well,
I couldn't do it.
Well, the key to it, Camellia, is in between chords and stuff. You got to point at the crowd and get an angry face, and when you're picking really good, you got to go like it's killing you. And then you got it down.
You know, some people are really good entertainers. I would not be. You know.
I think a guy at a bar once wrapped it up for me and it's like, your band is terrible, you're horrible, but I don't know what it is. We sell so much alcohol when you're on stage. He's like, so you can come back, but I just can't stand to listen to that shit anymore. Yeah, I was so do you drink at all, Camellia?
Yes.
So do you ever play drunk?
No, I'm terrible when I've had a few drinks.
Oh.
I used to like sit around with my friends and we always listen to lots of music, but I'd always get the tambourine out. I'm wicked with the tambourine.
Well, I know JW and Duffy were in the chat earlier. I think years probably went by before we played anything sober. So I don't know if we were any good, but when you're drunk, it sounds good anyways.
Yeah. I lose all my motor responses when I drink.
Well, we used to record. We used to record Camellia, and we'd be like, "That rock, and the next day we'd go look at it sober and be like, "Wow."
You're like, it sounded so much better last night.
Yeah, it did. We were awesome last night. The video of it today is not so well. Hey, Sunshine.
What?
You want to see Camelia's new song?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm getting better at this. Look, I'm gonna share screen. Present. Look at me doing stuff. Yeah.
When the day is rough When beating down, Cassie sky for ground. Sing a song, sing it loud. We'll sing loud. La da da, la da da, la da da. La la da da, la da da, la da da. When you're comparing, you're living in a tent. This little song's meant for you. When it all goes south, you're living hand to mouth. Leg it out, it's time to shout. And we'll shout loud. La da da, la da da, la da da. La la da da, la da da, la da da. When you sleepless nights, full of fear and fright, sing a song, you'll be right. If your husband leaves, don't fall down on your knees. You stand tall, sing with me, and we'll sing loud. La da da, la da da, la da da. La la da da, la da da, la da da. When your doctor gives you 6 months to live, not alone, I'll scream with you. And when all else fails, we've all lost our way. You scream with me, I'll scream with you. And we'll scream loud. La da da, la da da, la da da. La la da da, la da da, la da da.
I
Great.
think that's one of my new. I don't know if I like it better than the Trench one, but it's one of my new top favorites.
Well, you notice
of Camellia.
if anyone watches me when I'm watching Camellia, I'm almost like it's almost like a snake charmer because I, I'm listening to the music, but I'm always just totally taken away with the way she's getting so much sound from the guitar, the skill that she has picking, and it just that's one of the cool things about our community is there's so many great artists, and each one brings this unique thing to the table that I learn from and is a part of what I do. I would say there's a little bit of Camellia in what I do. There's a little bit of Michael songs. There's a little bit of everybody empirism, and when you take that and put it all together, and it's why I just take all the sounds that I like and put them together, and that was great. Uh,
It was
Yeah, I
great.
totally agree. I pick up a lot from the community,
mhm.
and you see people do different things, and it's very encouraging.
It is so great because Camellia, when I first started, I did not know about this community, and I felt like I was like alone blowing in the wind. And when I met this community, there's so much support, and a lot of people like have given me such good advice. I like one of the things that I remember, Camellia, and I always say this, and Chris Lane's going to throw a rock at me and be like, "Man, quit." But one time I was having trouble, and I was overthinking a song so much and thinking it so much, and Chris Lane was like, "Hey, pole vault, let her rip, Tater Chip." And he was like, "You're going to go on, hey Hubs." He's like, "You're going to go on and make more songs." He's like, "Make this song and let it go, and go on to the next one, and just have fun with it." And I now he's probably like, "I wish I'd have told him to like spend a month or two on each one or something."
Yeah, and like my songs are pretty rough, you know. I don't have any equipment. I don't have a studio, so and I have like people that live here, so I have to find quiet times. And then after a while, I've had enough of messing around with it, so I'll just post it.
Well, and I love that about you, Camelia. You actually kind of inspired me to make a more raw sound because I enjoy yours so much because it's like you feel like you're in the room with you. Like when I hear you play, I feel like I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound doctored up or anything. And so when did my last song, I wanted that. I was like, I want people to feel like they're right there with me, when I'm playing this song, and it doesn't sound all doctored up, because I've done a lot of those other songs where you have doctor them up basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were kind of an inspiration for me with that. You and
That's so
Poison
nice.
Wells as well.
And I think some people over polish their songs, and then it's really hard to relate to their music.
Right.
If it sounds fully studioized,
right,
anything like that,
I don't know what you're talking about. One thing that I really would like to get better at is our violin and cello. Have you ever tried any violin or cello, Camelia?
No, but I grew up. I played the recorder at school.
Mm-hmm.
And I only did it for about a year. And I started on regular recorder, but I ended up on oboe. That was such a beautiful instrument.
One of my really close friends was really good at the oboe.
Yeah, beautiful instrument.
They're very hard to play.
Well, and Sunshine's still working on the cello. Cello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? But it gets really crazy sometimes, Camelia, because it's almost like chasing the dragon for me because you're getting this great sound and you're like, I've got no mixing, I got no anything. I'm sitting in a studio with like 35 guitars and basses and mix boards and everything, and I have a hard time just putting something together sometimes. So
I think we all struggle with that sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And because I do not have a great sound, I have to find a place where I can get a better sound. So I'm just lucky. I do have a music room, but it's really open. But my house is all white tiled, so that gives a nice it kind of closes in the sound a little bit.
Right. And the studio that I'm sitting in, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but when we were in a metal band, we were really loud, and so the walls in here are like 3 foot thick of soundproofing, so it just goes dead everywhere you face. But the floor is actually like bare cement, and the musical reason I went with cement for the floors in our studio is because like people like Duffy and JW were spilling whiskey on the floor. It's easier to clean up. I guess.
Musical reason.
Yes.
The old house we lived in before we moved to this house, it's only about 5 years ago before I was recording, it was a really old house. And my music room was all wooden floorboards, and was also floorboards all up the wall, and the roof was floorboards as well. Such a nice sound.
Yeah, I could see how that would resonate really good. I grew up in a house with wooden floors, and it was really hard to sneak out at night.
From the creaking.
Yes, and that smoke that was in my room was from my chemistry set. Stuff like that, and that was not someone banging on my window. It was a monster. It was Chad Freeman. My dad used to be. So, did you grow up in Australia, Camelia?
Yes, I did. Born in Perth.
And you still haven't fell off the planet. Mhm.
No, but I hang on pretty tightly, mate.
And like I said, and this is always the thing that everyone really wants to know. When you flush your toilet, no, just stop it, sunshine. It goes down counterclockwise, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Okay, here it goes down clockwise.
Yeah. Also, our cyclones spin anti-clockwise and yours spin...
Now that is interesting. I didn't know that part. I knew about the toilets.
Wow.
That's interesting.
But apparently, if you stand right on the equator and you flush water, it goes straight down.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I gotta find a place on the equator. I don't. Have you traveled much, Camellia?
No, only around Australia. I haven't been abroad. And, you know, we're miles. It's an 18-hour flight to go anywhere.
I tell you, I've traveled a lot in my life, and if I never travel again, it'll be too soon. I just can't stand to go into airports anymore because back when I was young and I would fly, they would actually like bring out like all the grown-ups whiskey, and they were sitting there smoking and drinking whiskey on the plane and like these recliners. Now they're like, sir, we're going to need to come over here and do a cavity search on you. And I'm like, I'm not paying you for this.
They didn't even buy you dinner first.
Yeah. So are you buying me dinner, sunshine? Do y'all have a lot of fast food places there, like Taco Bell and McDonald's?
They just opened the first Taco Bell in Perth about six months ago.
Wow.
We have, you know, Hungry Jack's and McDonald's and KFC.
Wow.
Subway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have Jack in the Box or any of those big boy burgers or whatever they are. And like you guys always talk about eating Mexican food.
Yes.
I think there's one Mexican restaurant in the next big town up, which has about, I don't know, 100,000 people in it. You know,
yeah,
it's just not that big here.
Well,
is it a big chain or is it just a
it's
just a restaurant? Just a restaurant.
So I went to Germany, Camellia, and everybody was like, in the business, they used to call me Big Tex, because I'm from Texas, I guess. And they were like, we got something very special for you. We're taking you to a Mexican food place in Germany. And they came out and they poured chips in the bowl out of a bag. And then they poured the queso, not the queso, the picante sauce out of a jar into a glass. And they were like, there you go. Look, he's going to eat it. And they were like, do you like that? I was like, wow.
We make shows all the time, and that's how we do it. Sorry, very sorry.
How about the time when you asked for a queso and they brought you a slice of cheese?
Well, that was out in Cali.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say queso, it means cheese. And I was in a very authentic Mexican food restaurant, and I was like, can you bring some queso? And they were like, they looked at me all crazy, and they're like, yeah. And they came out and brought like this block of cheese, and I was like, okay, can you melt that so I can put the chips in it? And they were like, what are you doing? So a lot of things that we call Mexican food here in America are not really Mexican food, but I will say that
Tex-Mex.
I would say California's got one of the best burritos. They got very good burritos there.
Chad is asking if they have an Outback Steakhouse.
Oh.
In Australia.
Oh, God knows. No one eats that shit.
I knew she would have something funny to say about that.
They just call it steakhouse there. uh, I forget how that even came about. But I think we're probably going to have something in the line of Jack in the Box. You got sick at Jack in the Box last time, didn't you, Sunshine?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, my stomach was just real upset. I wasn't really sick, but like you were recently. But no, we're not eating Jack in the Box tonight. That's what you're saying.
well,
I already made those that stuff I told you about.
why I'm still a little loopy because I got salmonella, and I thought I was better. And I'm like, I'm well. And I went back to work and started working like I always do. And I got sick again. So, uh, it was, so is the food I'm sure the food quality in Australia is a lot better, right? Do y'all like have healthy places, Amelia?
Well, yeah, we've got the takeaway places, but most of our food is like produced here in Western Australia. So all our vegetables are local, our meat's local, and we still have a very English approach to food, I guess you would say. So it's lots of roasts and casseroles and things like that.
Well, there's a concept, getting your food local. I think most of the food that we eat comes from China over here, Camellia. But and it no way resembles food. And I knew when I would travel around, um, like I noticed that the soft drinks, like in other countries, did not have as much sugar as they did here or as sweeteners. And it just I mean, it was just, you know, I really wish they would do that here and cut back on the sweeteners and the sugars. Because
And you got your portions are huge.
well, no,
You've got enormous drink cups.
let's not get crazy now. I like that. Yeah, they are. And the thing is Camellia, growing up, I grew up in a small country town and stuff, and back in the '70s, and my grandmother was always like, it was, finish your plate, don't waste food. So whatever food was put on your plate, you if you didn't eat it, you know. And so when I go to restaurants now and they put this big giant portion on the plate, I feel obligated to eat it. But
Yeah, I'm a part of the Clean Your Plate Club myself.
right.
My parents
Yeah,
would always tell me that there was children starving in Africa, so I better eat all my food.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to leave the table unless it was all eaten.
Well, I grew up in a very religious family, and so the church ladies would have like bake-offs and stuff, and they would be like, which one is they actually, even as a kid, they actually valued my opinion because they were like, whose cake is pole vault gonna eat? Because I would actually go to the cake that I liked the most.
You were a cake connoisseur.
I was a cake connoisseur, and then I would eat a lot, and then all the ladies would smile at each other and be like, he likes mine. And I think monkey bread. Have you ever heard of that, Camellia? Monkey bread?
No.
Well, I think it's kind of a cinnamon roll, walnut, kind of dark, dense cake. I've seen some close to it that they call, E. Urban's calling it pull apart bread. It's really good. Um, that they used to know that would get me, and if I liked your food, I would talk you up. I'd be like, oh my god, this lady has made gold, and they'd be like, oh, it's not that good, and then look at all the rest of the church ladies and be like, you see what he's saying about my monkey bread? That's happening.
That's another thing. You guys seem to eat a lot of pies, fruit pies. You know, you got your cherry pie and all that. See, we don't do that here. The only fruit pie I've ever eaten is apple pie.
Wow.
Huh.
And we eat mince pies.
I wonder why that is.
Well, maybe they don't have
The fruit?
the fruit. Maybe they don't have. Do y'all have lots of peaches?
Yeah, I'm from Orchard Country.
Oh, God, I love peaches.
You know, I picked apples for a living, and you know, but yeah, just not our thing.
Yeah,
But a good
Yes.
meat pie.
Cultural difference.
yeah. My grandmother Camelia used to take dough and put it in her hands like this, and take fresh peaches off the tree and stuff, and she'd do this, and it came out like a little fried pie, and she'd throw them all into the grease, and it'd fry up little pies. And yeah, I haven't had anything like that in years. It's you know, I don't get on this like anti like food kick, but the fried pies I go buy in the store in no way resemble that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like the ingredients was like, you know, peaches, dough, and fry. Now I went and got and Sunshine made me a cobbler the other day.
Peach cobbler, yeah.
Peach cobbler. Oh, y'all don't eat pies, but y'all eat lots of cake.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Shelley's just asked in chat,
Mm-hmm.
do we have cobbler? Okay. Now, what is it? Your cobbler what? Peach cobbler.
Yes.
Right, that's just a dough and peach dessert, isn't it?
Basically, yeah.
It's peach gummy goodness with
it's got like cinnamon and brown sugar, and you can add other things, like you can add nuts to it if you want.
We've never eaten that. And cobbler here in the southwest is actually a freshwater catfish. So when I first heard people saying peach cobbler, I was like, ooh, gross.
Oh, if I was there, I'd be like cobbler.
That's funny.
I've caught a couple of catfish in my life. I know one time I was talking to you and you were asking me, like, you know, if I hunted. And the thing is, Camelia, we came from, like I said, it was different back here in the 70s out in like the small towns. We actually survived off of fishing and hunting and farming. And my dad taught me at a very early age, if you kill it, you have to eat it. And
Yeah, that's the way we were too.
And but nowadays, I don't remember, you know, hardly the last time I seen meat that wasn't processed hecking back. Is that because of you, Sunshine? Did you do that?
Yeah, my dad used to go deer hunting. He was with his bow and arrow, and he would always bring back the deer, and we would eat it, you know. But he never killed a deer just to kill a deer. He would always eat we'd use every part of it. So,
but you know, Chad's eating ice cream and cake. Chad's not good enough with just cake, but you know what? I do like a hot brownie with some ice cream on top.
Is that a happy brownie?
Yes, it's a happy brownie. But
we call them moon cakes.
Moon cakes? No. This brownie would be like a fudge cake.
Oh yeah, they're horrible.
with walnuts in it and stuff. But you know what? This has been a very, very educational show. Who would know that would happen? Cobbler. Oh God, I can't wait to use that on JW. Man, I just landed a big cobbler. Yeah. See what I did there? So, is there any hobbies you have besides playing music, Camellia?
Well, I grow medicinal herbs.
Yeah.
Um, I also read a lot, and I'm a bird watcher. So that's one of my greatest claims to fame, actually. I can pretty much identify every bird in the southwest just by sight,
Oh,
flight,
that's
or call.
awesome. I love birds.
So, what is your favorite bird there?
Not bloody chooks. I like the little birds. We get these little birds here called superb wrens, and they're this really vibrant blue. They're really beautiful. I like the little birds.
We've I don't know if you've ever noticed this about me, but and I've really tried to stop. I'm really stopping. I'm stopping. Anyone watching this, I'm stopping. But I'm known for rescuing animals a lot, Camellia, and they're wild animals. So we've had raccoons and possums and every kind of animal you can think of. And one of the smartest things I ever raised was a baby crow. I guess they would be like what do they call those there, Sunshine? The that Harry Potter bird or something.
Raven?
Well, it's a raven. Well, okay, so Camellia knows. Do y'all have big ravens there?
Yes, we have ravens and the little Australian crow.
Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna tell you, Camellia, that the crow that I raised, it followed me everywhere. I mean, and I tried to let him go, and he would not leave. Yeah, Chad, Chad says an owl. I actually had a screech owl one time, and it had gotten hit by a car, and I was fixing up his wing for him. And in the middle of the night, there's a reason why they call them screech owls. Is it sounded like a woman was in the room with me, just screaming. And this was just a little bitty tiny owl. But yeah, E. Urban says magpies. Do y'all got magpies?
I was literally fixing to go there.
Yeah, I put that little short out where the magpies singing. They have a beautiful song here. But in spring, they are savages and they will swoop you and make you bleed.
Right.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, that's just in spring when they're nesting. They can be really
okay.
addictive.
I wondered about that.
Rest of the year, they're fine.
Okay.
Well, I was in Spain and I actually heard the magpies mimicking car alarms and stuff like that.
I heard that here. The mockingbirds.
Oh, well, yeah, the mockingbirds would do that here also. Have you ever heard a bird do that, Camellia? Like mock, like sounds that they hear in the city?
None of our birds here do that, but we do have a bird in Australia. Again, you only get him in Queensland. He's called the lyrebird. He's one of the best mimics. He's awesome.
We also, what was it? Remember Louie?
Yeah.
We had a little cockatiel, and it could sing Louie, Louie, and it would call.
And it would talk to the cat and go, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty."
Our cat hated that bird because the cat knew not to get the bird, so the bird would get like right on top of the cat's head, Camellia, and go, "Here, kitty, 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 kitty."
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah.
And that cat was like, one of these days. He lived for a pretty good long time.
Yeah. Somewhere I have a video of him dancing.
A few wild birds. You know that pink and grey galah? That pink bird?
No.
From shorts?
Oh, yeah.
I had a pet one of them. He had been hit by a car and he couldn't fly. I had him for about 10 years. He had his little cage out the back here, but I'd only lock him up at night time and let him out every day. And he'd just walk around the yard and climb trees. And then we used to get the little flocks of the pink and grey galahs come in and hang with him, and it was really, really cool.
That's cool.
But you just couldn't tame him. You couldn't touch him. He would make you bleed. But he would come back to his cage every night when you called him, and we'd put him away. He used to hammer the dog. He used to like sneaking up behind her and biting her. And unfortunately, only about a year ago, bloody taxi ran him over. I was so annoyed. Yeah, he was a beauty. Oh, Roger.
Roger.
I've always wanted one of those cockatoos. There was one up at the pet store by our house named
Oh
Elvis,
yeah,
and that
Tito.
no, it was Elvis.
No, that was a different one.
Yeah, that's the one who pulled all his feathers out and they rescued him. But I got a bad habit, Camellia, of rescuing animals. The raccoon we rescued, which was named George Cooney.
I love raccoons.
Yeah, yeah. It's when they finally grow up, and our house is still not okay.
When they hit, was it puberty?
Yeah, they tear things up. They tear things up. I wished I had that video. George Cooney would get on my head and ride around, and he would pull my hair and bite my head. And they brought him to me
In a playful way.
Yeah, yeah. They brought him to me, and they're like, so there's one of two things: you're either going to take this raccoon, or he's going to get euthanized. And I was like, oh God. Which is how we usually get all of our pets, isn't it, Sunshine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think Mr. Pickles, touchy subject, but I think
we don't need to bring that up.
But do you think it was a hawk? You think it was a hawk?
Oh, I think that the hawk was trying to get the chickens, and he was defending the chickens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And they also got those capybaras. Do you got any capybaras down there?
No, I'd love a capybara. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I got to pet those and see those when I went to go see our son in Arizona. We went to that little zoo, and I got to remember that picture of me with the capybaras.
Yeah, Duffy was saying that George Cooney was the shit. Yeah, that coon gave me a hard time. Camellia, I would come in from work and it would dig into my pockets, and if I had anything in my pockets, it was gone.
Oh, just like Sunshine.
yeah. Now Sunshine. I hope
those ferrets we used to hide everything.
So earlier you were saying that you took some time off because of your kids. We kind of did the same thing. So when did you decide to go back to playing?
Oh, not till my youngest started primary school, and I actually got some time, and that's when I started writing a few songs and doing a lot of writing,
Well, the cool thing about this all, Camellia, is we already talked about the Tegu, Duffy. But I find writing songs and writing music is almost a way to immortalize yourself, and I guess I need to make easier to sing or do songs, so people can. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to see someone sitting on the corner playing a pole vault song. What do you think, Sunshine?
Maybe a acoustic version.
Yeah, but how do you do acoustic version of whatever it is I'm doing? Man? And Duffy is going to have a fit if I don't talk about this. The Tegu got loose in our walls, Camellia. It was like a 4 or 5 foot Tegu, and it got loose in our walls. And if you can imagine,
it's like having a mini alligator inside your walls of the walls of your house, and you can't get him out for like 4 months.
And probably no less than, what would you say, about 20 drunk guys trying to get him out.
Oh, it was.
Camellia, it got a little funny.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'd get up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water, and I would be terrified that like this thing would, you know, maybe it's come out and maybe it's gonna like bite my toe off or something.
How'd you get rid of him?
He finally came out of the hole, and where he ended up, where we found him when he came out. I think he was looking for food. He was in the closet, and we finally were able to get him.
And that went wrong because I built a cage outside, and I thought he was very tame, and I thought he was very nice, and we put him outside in a big giant cage, and he went to being very unnice to me really quick. And then I realized I had a monster in my wall. I think and one of the things is I think you got bearded dragons. Are those like wild down there?
Yeah. All our lizards are wild. And we get some real big ones. Which the proper name for them is bungara. It's Aboriginal word. But most people call them racehorse goannas. They're really big, and you don't go near them. They'll rip you a new one.
The bearded dragons are really big?
No, bungaras.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We had our kids had bearded dragons here so much, and they did the little wave thing. They wave at you.
Yeah.
And I mean, we really had some bearded dragons that were really hams here. They one of the best pets I think we ever had, other than the cats. Our cats, Camellia, they are like low effort, and
I personally won't own cats. I love them, but they just seriously decimate our wildlife, our little lizards and our little marsupials. And I live out there on a property, so no cats, and I can't keep one inside because that's just mean.
I got you. I totally understand that. I think do y'all have squirrels?
No, we have possums, the nice ones.
What? Oh,
not your sort.
Yeah,
your ones are bitey.
The squirrels here are so bad. But I had one, and he fell out of a tree, and they brought him to me, and he was a baby, and he was dying. So I fed him. I think it was Frankenberry cereal, which is very sugary pink cereal here, and he got fat immediately. Imagine. And he stuck around here for years and would come down to see us and stuff. We also had a dove. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, Ozzy.
Yeah. We had a dove, Camellia, that we rescued one time.
He was so cool.
We got him flying and got him great, and we let him go, and he never left. He would just sit out in our back tree and coo and everything else, and brought in his girlfriend, which got weird because we got a dove.
There's actually a picture of me holding him, or he's sitting on my, I think he's sitting on my shoulder on my Instagram, like way far back in my pictures.
What was crazy is he kept coming back, Camellia, and then he didn't come back one year, and we're like, he's dead. Oh wait, he had babies. Now those babies were coming. And it was like generations of that dove grew up in our backyard. It was really crazy.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, and the thing is our cats are really weird because they grow up with so much weird animals. And we have a mama bulldog that has raised Maggie has raised a raccoon and probably 2 cats, which is crazy, but she mamas everything. So
I rescued a little baby bird, a dusky wood swallow. He'd fallen out his nest, and he had no fur, no feathers. So we took him home, and I had to catch 100 cicadas a day to feed him because they eat on the wing.
Yeah.
So I'd stand up in the long grass with a bloody spaghetti colander and a Chinese container and catch 100 cicadas. Right, and then he started flying. I used to take him outside and let him fly because I wanted him to fly and be free. And this one day I took him out and he was flying around, and all these other little dusky wood swallows came and he flew with them, and it was beautiful. and then all the other dusky wood swallows just suddenly flew off. And my guy came down and landed on a fence post. And then a bloody collared sparrowhawk come and grabbed him and flew away
Oh
with him.
no!
I bawled my eyes out.
Oh no!
He was so close to being free.
Yeah, we have sparrowhawks here, and they are hunters. They are
Yeah, aggressive hunters.
well, and they're quick.
Yeah.
A bunch of the hawks here, we have chicken hawks, and they're badasses. I've actually raised one of them as a rescue, got him and let him go, but and that was weird, Camellia. You're talking about catching cicadas. I probably shouldn't say this on live stream, but I actually would chew meat up and spit it out so that Sunshine shaking her head.
Disgusting.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, and I was like, Mom. I mean, she's gonna kill me for saying that later, but I didn't know what to do. But chicken hawks, you can hear them and see them from a mile off. They're like, yeah. But the sparrowhawks, they're just quiet and bang.
They hide in trees, and then they come and grab you, and you don't even see them coming.
They're fast. We have do y'all have buzzards there? I guess that they would call them vultures.
No, we don't have them. And I've only ever seen one turkey in my life because we do not have turkeys. We are not big turkey eaters.
Right. Well, here the buzzards, I think their wingspan can get like 6 foot long, and they are huge. But they're not really a big problem. They don't look too cool though. They look like a turkey, and you can smell them out.
Pretty ugly birds.
What is the? Oh wow! I was supposed to say what is the biggest bird? I hadn't even got here. So y'all got like ostriches over there, right?
Emus.
Wow. So, I mean, what is like the strangest animal you've seen just run up on your land?
Yeah, it's just roos here and a lot of birds. I've seen a few like different varieties of kangaroos, things called betongs and quokkas, and they're just like miniature kangaroos, but they're a totally different breed. They're really cool.
That's really cool. Well, we got down to the last few minutes here. Camellia, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you coming on, and we are so stoked, and I hope to see you on other shows. It is so interested in talking to you. I could sit here and talk to you all night long. It has been such a treat to have you.
I agree.
Much appreciated. I mean, I learned so much. Everything from finger picking to birds to snakes to food.
I hope you didn't mind the 1,000,001 questions.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's been very enjoyable.
Well, and I know this, there's no way that this happened. But I'm putting Camelia's link in the chat. And I know there's no way that nobody's in this chat is not, subscribed to Camellia. And I'm gonna tell you, it's like I said, it's been such a treat having you on, and I look so forward to seeing you more.
Thank you so much.
You're so pleasant. Did you learn anything about that, Sunshine, being pleasant?
I love you, Pole Vault.
Yeah. See, there you go. Well, I tell you what, I appreciate everybody coming by. I appreciate everybody in the chat, and like I said, I'm so stoked. When Camellia told me she was coming on, I almost just flipped my wig. You do so much for us, Camellia, throughout the whole community. I've always said I have a moderator, Pookie, and I have a moderator, Camelia, that has administrative rights. And if you make one of those two mad, fuck you, okay? Because everybody in the whole community knows you must have did something bad. They're the besters. They are the besters. Camelia, you are the best, and we all love you so much.
Yep.
Everybody.
Ditto.
Everybody, we will see you next time. And thanks for coming see us. Go to Bandcamp. I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mhm.